Good morning and welcome to episode 3 of our journey from the Bahamas all the way to mainland USA in Florida. I'm on the oars, it's stint number 1 with Brucey. I'm just about to change over with Jack. The weather is beautiful and I'm going to take you with us today in this video for all of day 1 and day 2. So we're doing roughly a 2-hour on, 2-hour off schedule. We have to row through the night, someone's going to be rowing all the time. We're shitting in buckets, pissing in buckets, eating tinned dog food almost. In this video, you can expect to see how it turns out, whether we get seasick, whether we start bickering. And also, Brucey is going to talk you through what he's managed to do in the 5 days before setting off, so you can learn a little bit more about how an ocean rowing boat functions and what the most important safety and efficiency bits of kit are. So let's get cracking. We're settling in nicely and the system is going to be 2 on 2 off initially. So I've just done hour number 1 with Brucey. Brucey is now on his own and Jack's resident DJ up in the front cabin. We're playing cargo ship bingo right now. So we've got our first one over there, just making our way out of Ep3. You can see it in the distance that way. Luckily, you saw that send-off we got from a few of the friends that we'd made. Big shout out to Clem and Nancy who got us a load of sausages and a bit of alcohol as well to take the pain away when things get tough. Well, we're going to kick off episode 3 with a little chat with Brucey and we're going to explain a bit more about ocean rowing to you before obviously we get into the teeth of this operation.
Hey guys, Brucey here. Having just finished an 11-year career in the Royal Marines, I've decided to get involved in another ocean rowing project after my previous one, the Mid-Atlantic row in aid of the Royal Marines charity, in a team of 4, including 2 battalions of veterans from Gran Canaria to Barbados. So myself and Chris Martin, who's the owner of this boat, arrived in the island of Ep3 4 days before the rest of the guys turned up in order to investigate the boat's situation and carry out any necessary repairs, of which there were actually fewer than we were expecting. The electronics needed a full refit, which was Chris Martin's bag, and I got on with the more practical jobs on the outside of the cabin, which was including this rigger got re-welded after finding someone that could weld aluminium, changed the rudder, stripped back all the Bahraini sponsorship before us, just generally tied it up around the place.
Yeah, so we were super lucky. As you know, this boat made its way all the way over from the Canaries with one of the cabins was open, right?
Yeah.
And so it didn't capsize, otherwise it would have been a goner. Electronics was shot, water maker. Do you want to talk a little bit about that as well?
Yeah, so the water maker, the model we have is a Spectra 2000, which sucks in seawater and produces fresh water under very high pressure through the process of reverse osmosis. Provides about 30 litres of fresh water an hour.
For the purposes of this mission, we're going to be relying mainly on bottled water, but we've got that as a backup because it seems to be working as things stand, yeah? There you go, Jack, monkey feet. Showing you a bottle if you haven't seen one before, thanks mate. And under Brucey's arse right now as well is a life raft. So safety is certainly not taken lightly, especially on an operation like this where you're trying to save a boat that's seen better days. Meet Jack Jarvis, ocean rowing world record holder. You've seen him on this channel before and you'll see him many times again.
I've probably got a horrendous double chin. You should film me from this angle, yeah. As you can see, putting in a lot of work in the aft cabin, letting the boys do the heavy lifting until I can be asked to remove myself. Right, so route is as follows. So we left Ep3, we've now got about 30-40 nautical miles to the Fleming Channel. We'll then head southwest down to Nassau, anchor just off the coast because the weather is due to pick up on the 19th, 20th. So we'll wait out the 1 day of bad weather. And I say bad weather, but it's just quite windy, too windy for ocean rowing. Once that's passed, we'll head across the deep water to the northwestern channel, I believe, across to Bimini, and then it's 70 odd miles. That's nautical miles from Bimini to West Palm Beach.
Exactly. So today's task, we're going to get probably in the region of 50 nautical miles done.
Hopefully, yeah, that'll be a good day.
It's now 11:30. I did that first hour with Brucey. Brucey's done an hour on his own. Now Jack's out for an hour on his own and I'm going to hop in with him at 12, so I've got half an hour left. This is my cabin. Thought I'd take the opportunity to show you. So this is where I sleep, roughly head in exactly the same position, but I've got my sleeping bag behind my head now, but that'll be under me. Got my roll mat, not inflated, but under me as well. And you see where my feet go, they're currently sticking out of the cabin. They'll go in here. So that's just long enough for when I'm sleeping. We'll have the cabin door shut and we've got this tin foil here because obviously we're doing shifts. We might want to sleep after the sun's come up and it will bake in here with the cabin open. So I'm going to make sure that that's shut and then tin foil to reflect the sunlight. It's bloody hot. It really is. But good, we're on Quell's seasickness tablets. We've got plenty of sun cream on, resisting the elements well initially. The hands are going to get destroyed very, very quickly. A little blister, that's just the start of it though. Feeling good, we're feeling good. Halfway through, well, 3 hours into day one, but midday on day one, halfway through the sunlight. Good evening and welcome to sunset in day one. I've got a hell of an update for you. So, sun is right there. It's now 6 p.m. I've just finished a 2-hour shift. Brucey's got his hour on his own now. And we've got dinner out. Dinners are, you've seen already if you've watched previous episodes, but not what you would call normal occurrence on land, but as you can see, we're not on land. Spaghetti and meatballs is tonight's offering, and throughout the next couple of days, we've got some more rogue meals in a tin. Could be worse, eh? Jack's just sitting in the cabin naked.
I won't open the cabin door.
Yeah, he's very naked in there. I think spaghetti and meatballs was a good shout. Jack's digging into his and he said it was nice. I'm excited.
Good evening, everyone. So, after about 10 hours of rowing, we've made really good progress, roughly about 25 nautical miles, but it's been a tough day, hasn't it, Adam?
It certainly has. My first day ocean rowing, the back's feeling it.
Yeah, backs, hands, I've got pretty big blisters. I've also seemed to have missed a rather large patch of my thigh, and that is redder than the finest Sicilian tomatoes. However, night is coming, so that'll give us a respite from the sun. We've all had dinner, spaghetti and meatballs. It was actually good, wasn't it?
Very good.
I read the ingredients and it said mechanical meat and chicken, so I presume that just means all the rubbish bits you can't sell, you just grind up, and that's what you get. So yeah, coming to the end of day one, into the night. We'll let you know how it goes. And there's Adam putting the drone up. But
How beautiful is that sunset?
Stop the press, never mind the sunset.
What do you-
One person rowing, 3.4 knots.
Wow, that's a new land speed record. Yeah, dunk the head in to freshen up for the night. Brucey's just had a very almost luminescent piss, so he needs to drink some more water. And he's about to get his spag bowl down him now. Not much more to report. It's fucking tranquil. Music blaring. Now I've got my first night on an ocean rowing boat coming up fast. Let's see how we get on and how it feels to be on and off every couple of hours.
Some 30-ish kilometers down the coast. The motion with the zero.
11 p.m, my first night shift, my 3-hour shift from 8 till 11. My back's in bits, hands are in bits. Now get 3 hours sleep, or 2 hours 50-minute sleep. Brucey's on the oars on his own for a couple of hours, and then I'll come out and join Jack for 2 hours from 2 a.m. till 4 a.m. and then sleep again from 4 a.m. till 6 a.m. So I've got 5 hours in the dark where I'm resting, and from now 2 hours in the dark where I'm rowing. So not the worst schedule. Get to sleep now. Got this travel pillow. Making good time. See you in the morning. It's now 5 a.m. I've just finished second shift of the night. I'm doing back on 2 on 2 off, so I'm gonna sleep now till 7. Feel much better now. At the end of the 3-hour stint, I was horrific. Like, back was in bits, hands were in bits. After that sleep, I managed to sleep for about 2.5 hours, and then felt good for that 2-hour stint. I'm probably going to eat some sugar now. Yeah, sleep till 7, and then it'll be sunrise. And we're looking like we're about 14 miles away from Nassau now, so I think we'll get there early afternoon-ish, and that'll give us a bit of respite before we keep pushing, see what the weather's doing. See you in a couple of hours.
good morning. So, how did last night go? Started well, started good, and then the weather changed. So we've got strong winds coming from the southeast, and this now means we're doing a routine of 2 hours on, 1 hour off. So really putting in the graph now,
Adam's getting a real baptism by fire.
It's 10:15. Sorry for only talking to you in here. There's a good reason for it. We're up against it. 2 people paddling at all times. Even with 2 people paddling at one point, we were going 0.8 knots, which is almost stationary because of the current. We can see Nassau, and so we've just got to plug on non-stop to get there. Sleep is tough. Like, you know, I had 3 hours sleep in total. Not ideal. We've got some coffee granules. I'm gonna try and cold brew now. But the worst part about this, there's not like a room up there that I can just go and stand on and like make the coffee for everyone, or fucking go for a shit, or have a drink, or whatever, or piss. Because as soon as you stand on deck, you stop someone from rowing. So it's pretty dire. So now I've got to take a seasickness tablet, maybe try and cold brew some coffee, get some calories down before my next 2-hour stint, which starts in 15 minutes. See you out there.
Good afternoon and welcome back to day 2 of this rescue mission. I'm currently sat on the bow of the boat. Just finished a 2.5-hour shift. Brucey and old Jackery are on now for a little stint. You can see there's an island over here, and that means we're very close to Nassau, which is behind me in that direction. The plan was always to get there in this 36-hour period, to get there by sundown today, and it looks like we're on after that horrific morning of 0.7 knots for multiple hours on end. We made that cold brew coffee. Brucey did it after I started my rude awakened shift, after Jack said we're on 2 hours on, 1 hour off, guys.
Yeah, I was like, Adam, get up.
Yeah, got that coffee in us, got the morale a bit higher, and we're all daydreaming about a burger on Paradise Island. See what we can do later, because we're gonna have to wait out some weather, it seems like. Having fun. But that's the thing about these expeditions, you have extreme highs and extreme lows, and it's always euphoric when you're in a period where things start to turn in your favor again after some dreadful turns of events. So safe to say I'm gonna speak for the boys and say everything's going well.
Spaghetti and meatballs was on top, so we're going for that again now. Our favorite so far. We're still yet to try the lasagna. Jack's putting in a single shift because the current's slightly better now, and I've got an hour till I'm back on the oars. Sailboat headed straight for our direction. We're gonna have to dodge it. Brucey's on the radio now, coming straight for us. Crisis averted. They're gonna pass us on their port side now, thanks to Brucey getting hot on the radio. Plan of action, we've made it on land, we've moored up the boat on a pontoon, and we're at like a Royal Sailing Club when we got a very warm welcome, beers and sandwiches. When we arrived here, we thought the plan was going to be here for maybe a couple of days, wait out the weather and then go. But we've had a little sit down with the boys, and just being on land for half an hour has made us recalibrate and decide what we think is best. It looks like we're going to be knackered, but the best option, because the wind is most favourable now, to take us to our next stopping point, which is a key.
Fraser Hog Key.
Fraser Hog Key is the name of it. And then after that, we can wait out the weather, and then the wind's in our favour again. So trust me, the last thing all of us want to be doing is rowing through the night again, but it's what we signed up for, and it's what we thought we were going to be doing when we started. So when the weather's in your favour, you've got to take it. We've got to be cautious. We can't hang around here for too long and then risk doing 30 nautical miles and then getting blown back 30 nautical miles as the winds change. So we're going to go for it. We're going to get a couple of sandwiches now, get a quick freshwater shower, and then get back on the water. I can just about run again now, fully refreshed. How are the hands, Brucey?
No, not too bad.
They're all right. We're all doing all right. High spirits. We're at Mr. Tropical, just off Paradise Island on Nassau in the Bahamas, and we're going to get some jerk chicken and fries before getting straight back on the road. But the good news is, it's not just stuck on a boat again for 24 hours. We do get that weather window to chill on a more remote island, which we'll probably look back on and say was the right decision. So yeah, trust me, you know I like my sleep by now, but we've got to get a shift on. The work never stops. The chicken has been attacked. It's time to get back on that boat. Sunset session.
And that, ladies and gents, is the end of day 2. Very successful. We had to bust our nuts off this morning to stay ahead of that current, and then we've had a nice send-off from Nassau now. Despite wanting to stay the night, we've definitely made the right decision. So the course of action, we've got about 36 more.
31, only 31, mate.
31.
Yeah.
There you go.
Only 31, baby.
31 nautical miles to get to our hold up for where we're going to have a bit of a weather issue for a couple of days. We're blessed with this beautiful sunset, and I will pick up with you. We're going to be working hard through the night, but you've seen what that looks like. So I'll pick up with you at sunrise and let you know our progress.
Fair winds and following seas, baby.
Good morning and welcome to the start of day 3. We made it through the night successfully, grafting the whole way through, but the weather was on our side the whole time, so we definitely made the right call. We're all very tired now. It's 7:15 a.m. and the sun is coming up. Brucey and I on the oars, taking a tactical break to talk to the camera. It's not because I'm tired. The sun's peeking up over there. We've reached Fraser Hog Key, which is going to be our outpost for the next 36 hours-ish while the weather's going to be horrible potentially. So we're going to get there, get in there now, get some internet connection maybe, and see what is going on with the weather, and have some fun on a Bahamian tropical island with less of an agenda than normal. So very excited. Hope you've enjoyed your first 2 nights with us on our journey from the Bahamas, the island of Eleuthera, all the way down to Miami. We're making good time, but I'm sure there's going to be some twists in the tail yet, so I'll see you very soon.